Hello, this is Jason from Nerd Locker with a video review of Season 1, Episode 1 of Luke Cage. Let me preface this by saying that I am in no way an expert on Luke Cage. I have a couple of comics that I read way back in the 90s that were a reboot, and I know of his character when he's cameoed in other, larger scale storylines. And then, of course, from Jessica Jones. But I hope to speak somewhat intelligently on the topic and on the television series thus far. Let me start with saying that I am super impressed with Mike Coulter and his portrayal of Luke Cage. He picked up right where he left off with in Jessica Jones. He's that sort of disgruntled hero, reluctant hero who doesn't want to sort of jump into the fray, has had the power sort of thrust upon him, and that story always works, and he does an excellent job at portraying a character that's very sympathetic, someone that you can root for. I have to say, though, that Mahershala Ali, who plays Cottonmouth, has stolen episode 1. Out of all 3 of the Netflix series, Daredevil, Jessica Jones, and Luke Cage, he's the best villain by far. I wasn't a huge fan of Kingpin. I thought that the actor was forcing things and trying to make the character unique, and it just was it was like he was trying too hard. And then David Tennant, of course, always has a tendency to overact at times, which worked for the Purple Man. But again, this is a natural performance. He owns every scene that he's in, and he does so without having to be overbearing or overpower the other actors in the room. He's got that sort of subtlety to his character. Love the scene when he comes into frame from the Biggie photo that he has hanging in his office, and his head takes the place of Biggie's head with the crown on top of it. I was waiting for it to happen, and then when it did, I was like, that's brilliant. Love the music so far, and love Misty Knight, played by, I think it's Theo Rossi? No, Simone Missick. Sorry. Simone Missick. Theo Rossi plays Shades, who's also kind of an interesting character, and I'm looking forward to more of him. But Simone Missick plays Misty Knight, and she's phenomenal. Love her strength of character. She, says what she wants, and she can controls the scene. She has agency. One of my favorite parts is when she tells one of the other cops that he's not allowed to say that. Only her partner is allowed to say that. So you see already a character who is in control of not only her own language, but uses language as a power structure over others, and I thought that was really unique. Speaking of the power of language, I find the use of the N-word so far in the series to be incredibly interesting. The first time in which it's used, you almost miss it. It's in the barbershop opening, and it's used by one of the younger, kind of upstarts who's being disrespectful. And then the second time you hear it, it's by Cottonmouth, and one of the characters who's Black Mariah in the series and is a corrupt politician specifically states that she detests the word, which I thought was really intriguing. And then Cottonmouth uses the word again, but the way in which he uses it doesn't hold the sort of connotation of degrading someone else. Instead, it holds the connotation of empowerment. Like he's taken that word and he can use it because he says, no one expects him to come up and do anything. So that's the context in which he's using the word, as being that everybody underestimates the black man, and he comes out of nowhere and takes what he can. And I thought it was incredibly powerful because it's still a use of the word that people may find detestable, but you understand the difference in which he uses it. Whereas when you see the use of the word by other members, other characters in later on in the series, when they're attacking Luke Cage, just some sort of like street level thug kind of characters who are attacking him use the word, and they use it in the same way that the upstart did in the barbershop, as a derogatory, demeaning label. And so I think I'm going to really pay attention to how the use of that word is implemented throughout. I'm sure that Luke Cage isn't going to use that word. There's specifically this mention of a swear jar at the beginning, and Luke Cage says he doesn't swear, and even that really shows again the power of language, which I think is really cool. The other thing I thought was really cool is Black Mariah and her sort of rebooting a Harlem Renaissance, but it's a corrupt version of it and seems to be a front for whatever criminal activity might be going on, similar to the Kingpin sort of revival of Hell's Kitchen. And so I wonder if she's going to be portrayed as a character who had sort of good intentions, but then at some point found that the only way that she could get done what she wanted to get done is through seedy means. Or maybe she's just always been a sinister character and is just using this as a front and has been a wolf in sheep's clothing all along. Anyway, so far, really enjoying the series. About to watch episode 2, and I hope to do a video for each episode so that you don't have to worry about spoilers. You can watch the episode after, or watch my review after you've watched the episode. All right, peace out and have a nerdy week, nerdy day, nerdy hour if you're binging this bad boy, and we will see you soon.